is French newspapers. So here are the French newspapers, and Nick Rushworth with me here on set to look at them. Le Figaro has the big scoop of the day, doesn't it?
Hi to you, Stuart, and hi to everybody. Le scoop, indeed, Le Figaro. I can go straight away to it. There you can see Bashar al-Assad, the Syrian president, and he's given an exclusive interview to that paper. Now, the quotes there in that piece, we'll be hearing them a lot, won't we, on France 24, but I can go through them. Some of the strong quotes. All accusations about this whole question of chemical weapons, Stuart, are based on allegations of the terrorists and on arbitrary videos posted on the internet. Another quote, Stuart, if the Americans, the French or the British had a shred of proof about this use of chemical weapons, then they would have shown it on the first day, wouldn't they? Another quote, it just isn't logical for my government, says Assad, to use chemical weapons at all. We're in a position, military, so much stronger than we were a year ago. So bang, 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 he's sending his messages there across the bows to France.
He did say quite a lot, didn't he? He's also quite threatening words as well to France.
Well, yeah, on the front page we've got there the headline, Assad met en garde la France, we can see that. But also in the inside pages we've got another headline saying that there will be direct repercussions for France. France will be targeted. French interests will be targeted there. Les intérêts de la France. So there's no specifics about that, but clearly the message is very strong. More broadly in that piece, which is very extensive and being picked up by the whole of the press around the world, he is saying that there could be a regional war, a powder keg could go off if there is military action against him, chaos and extremism would ensue, he says.
Now, you've also pulled out a piece from Libération, haven't you, Nick? This is about the Paris Damascus equation, if you like.
Well, it's this whole tricky balance now. We're in this kind of big chess game, aren't we, which is fairly horrendous for all concerned. The headline there on the front page of Libération, just to the right, La France accuse, Assad menace. So France accuses and Assad threatens. We've heard about the Assad threatening bit, haven't we, from Le Figaro there. The accusation is to do with this 9-page report that came out on Monday here in Paris, which is saying that giving evidence about the use of chemical weapons in a period between April to August. The 21st of August chemical weapon episode, which we're focusing on, the French are saying involved massive use of chemical agents. That's the quote in that report. Libération, in its inside pages, is looking at the whole stance of this government about how it, takes a firm stance diplomatically. But one of the messages in the Libération is very much, in terms of firmness, one thing is very clear from Paris, that there will be no intervention on its own. That is absolutely crystal clear. That's there in Le Parisien.
OK, well, let's move away from Syria now to a former president, rarely out of the French newspapers. It feels like he's in them more often than François Hollande, actually.
Well, this is the Sarko comeback, isn't it? The old chestnut that doesn't go away, does he?
Sure
now,
not.
that's all to do with this event in Arcachon, in the southwest of France, which was held yesterday. Le Président aujourd'hui en France is covering this. And basically, what's happened is that there's been a gathering in the southwest with the friends of the Association of the Friends of Nicolas Sarkozy, saying, yes, he'll be back in 2015 for a return in 2017. Looking there at the front page of Le Président aujourd'hui en France, you can see that headline, Sauvons nos chefs-d'œuvre. And there is a picture there of the wings of victory in the Louvre. I don't know if you've been there, Stuart.
I have. I've seen it many times. It's very beautiful.
Well, that Wings of Victory is, in fact, one of the 3 main exhibits in the museum. We've got the Venus de Milo, the Mona Lisa, and the Wings of Victory. And well, why is that on the front page, and why is Syria not on the front page,
yes,
apart from just in the corner? That's because the statue is being renovated from today for a year. It'll cost 4 million euros. Now, if we can go to the cartoon in Le Parisien, it's actually showing there the Wings of Victory. And it's very difficult to get a joke in on Syria, and would you want to with such horror involved? But here we have Le Parisien saying, look at this, we've got a picture of François Hollande saying, look at the statue, 4 million euros to repair it. Maybe we should actually not bother with these strikes in Syria after all and spend all that money on restoring the greatness of France, the glories of France. And Jean-Marc Ayrault, the man next to him, who's the Prime Minister, of course, he says, on a assez de fric? Do we have enough money to do that? So, of course, the whole question of Syria and this tense situation we're in, very very much prominent on the front pages and inside pages of the French press.
Nicely summed up in that cartoon, Nick. Thanks very much, Nick Rushworth, with the French newspapers here on France 24. Now, later in Focus, we're going to be reporting on why the divide of luxury in Gibraltar against poverty in neighbouring Spain is kind of fueling the spat between the two. And also in the next half hour, the highlights of transfer day in football as Arsenal break their transfer record by signing Ozil for £42.4 million. All that in the next half hour. Do stay with us here on France 24.